Hello everybody, Keith here again. Today, or this morning I should say, I've been to the East Midlands Orchid Society show over at Bottisford Village Hall. I should have been helping out, but in the end I didn't really feel 100%, so I made my apologies and left after a couple of hours. It was a really nice show. The clubs had put on a great display. There were a lot of plants that had been awarded, which was always nice to see. You know, got some fantastic plants, and sometimes there are even plants that you've got that look a little bit better than what you've got, so you know what you're aiming for. So I went basically because I'd bought or I'd ordered a 40 litre bag of bark from Burnham's. This is the bag of the Orchid Focus bark, which I normally buy in 3 or 5 litre bags from the local garden centre. It's the one I use for a lot of my smaller rooted plants. This bag, if what's inside is what I can see through the clear sides of the bag, looks as if it's going to be absolutely perfect for that. So now I've got that, I hope I'm going to be able to do some repotting vids, because there's an awful lot, as I said before, that do need repotting. So this is the guy who has said time and time again that he doesn't want any more orchids. Well, there were a lot of plants I would have liked there today. You had four different dealers, a couple of smaller ones, plus Lawrence Hobbs and Burnham Nurseries. Lawrence had got some Phalaenopsis Pinocchio at a very nice price. The trouble is, although these plants were lovely and they were in flower, I've seen a Pinocchio at the Cambridge Botanical Gardens, and it was in a bucket and the flower spiked about 4'6" high, and I'm thinking, yeah, beautiful plant, you know, loads of potential, but I don't have the room for it. And on the Burnham stand, he'd got again some lovely ones. He hadn't got many Vandas. I saw he got a Vanda, and but only after somebody had picked it up and held it tightly to their chest. It looked very nice because it was in a holy clay pot, so the roots had room to roam, and you could still put it in a bucket of water and dunk it regularly, which you want to do with mine. He's also got a plant called Epidendrum ciliare, which, I mean, the flowers are absolutely to die for at a really good price, just the one plant, but it's too big. I do not have the space for any more big plants. I very much need to move some of my plants on to make room for some others. So I sort of had to go with second best. Well, that's not really fair on the plant, but this was another one that I've kind of hung my nose over for a little while, but it's a small orchid. It's one that I'm fairly confident I can grow. It's a very common hybrid, you'll see in a second, and I've got just the space where other hybrids of this genus do very well. So okay, I'll come around from behind the camera and we'll start to have a look and see what it is that I've actually bought. One thing I will do is move the screen around, if you'll pardon the interruption, and then at least I can see where we are and what we're doing, what I'm actually showing you. So I got this from Burnham's. And as you can see, it's not ever so big. It's in flower. So what is it that Keefe's bought himself now? Actually, it was a very good job that Ruth wasn't with me today, because had she been, I'm pretty sure I'd have brought that epidendrum back. I would have bought this one first, because, as I say, I've got just the spot for it. I know exactly where it's going to go, and it's a nice little thing. So, what have we got? This is Paphiopedilum blackjack. I think that flower is quite striking. It's an amazing colour. I do love purples. It's very, very dark, wine dark as it's sometimes called, I would say that is. Oops, sorry, I keep going too high with that. But really nice. There were 2 left on the Burnham stand. There were a few more bigger ones that are more expensive on Lawrence's stand. But this one of the 2 I thought was better, because I don't know how well you're going to pick it up down in the bottom there, but down here by my fingertip there is a new growth. But being a dark orchid, it's come out about the same colour as this flower, so it's very difficult to see it against the bark. So this is what I bought. I'll put some photos at the end of the video. They're not very clever photos, but it'll give you a feel for what the show looked like, and what kind of thing was on display. There was, as I say, there were some absolutely stunning plants. I felt sorry for one of the societies, which really didn't have a great display, but talking to our show secretary, you know, you can only go with what people have got to give you on display. I've got nothing that I could put onto display, but give it a month or 6 weeks, well, give it a week, and I'll have an Oncidium with its spike fully out, Oncosteely Wildcat Rainbow. Our old favourite Pink Twilight has got a branch on the old spike and the new spike rocketing up, as it always does. I've got 3 Cattleyas with sheaths on. So there's lots of things that I could be could have on display for another show if we've got any more this year, but nothing for today. So I'll leave you with another view of this absolutely gorgeous flower. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this unwrapping video, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.